how do we go about making construction cool again? Like, how do we bridge these gaps? Do you have any initial thoughts for, how we can start doing a better job, either as individual ambassadors or, from more of a company perspective?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can talk a little bit about what I've been putting in place the last couple of weeks. So, as we go to recruit and as we try to influence, the long-term, 3 to 5 year roadmap for Autodesk to attract these future builders, I've been meeting with a lot of superintendents. And so I've gone through with them about what their pain points are today, where they'd like to be in 3 to 5 years, why they're excited about being builders in the field. And these folks are super passionate about it. Like they love their jobs. They talk a lot about, hey, I get to lead a group of people that are anything from a 19-year-old electrician to an 80-year-old plumber. And we all get to build this thing together as a team. And they said that like a lot of the project engineers are sort of afraid of the job. And they think like, oh, well, the superintendent has to get there at 6:30 in the morning. But the reality is that if they're doing their job right and they're planning their work, they get to leave at 3. And so that sort of time shift, I think, plays a little bit into it. And then you get this this misperception, I think, today that everybody's angry in the field. And I think a lot of the anger and the frustration stems from not having the right information at the right time. And so there may be a foreman that showed up at 6 a.m., but he didn't have the data he needed until 8 when the project team arrived. And so the more we can democratize that data, give better visuals and data, and make it so that people aren't planning one day ahead of time, then I think any of that anger, that stress, that intensity that exists today and has existed, and I think has slowly, sort of changed in the industry. It isn't as rough as it was when I was first joined in the field. And I think that sharing that sort of enjoyability of like how much enjoyment those folks in the field have building these projects and connecting those directly to, from my perspective, I'm recruiting, engineering graduates from the University of Texas, but connecting those engineering graduates directly with those superintendents that may have engineering degrees and pulling them out of the shadows. Because a lot of times today we bring a group of project engineers to go recruit the next project engineers. And they think about, well, I want to be a project executive in the future. I want to be a project manager. All the course curriculum is project management and economics, right? It's not superintendent, project manager, and economics. And so the more we can bring those folks out of the shadows, out of the job sites and say, be a part of this recruiting journey, we'll bring them to you if we need to, and make it so that it's an option. It's a choice. It's literally another simple thing. Like the connection hasn't been made. We've only gone project engineer to, intern or graduate, saying that, well, I like my project engineer job. I get to get here at 8 a.m. I don't think you're going to like the 6:30 a.m. arrival time. And let's let them make those decisions themselves. They may enjoy getting their steps in. They may enjoy, avoiding being in front of a desk for 8 hours a day, staring at a rectangle, and want to get out in the field. They want to get out in the sunlight. And so, I think that we've, as an industry, as we go to recruiting, we kind of make some decisions and set people up to make decisions that they may not want. And so as I've started to try to attract the right engineering graduates to go in this path, I'm thinking about, well, what are the positive outlooks and the positive things that these superintendents are sharing? And they're saying, hey, I feel like I'm the captain of the team. I feel like the ones that are getting further in their career, I feel like I'm a coach. And they're, if you say, hey, I built that, and you're a superintendent, that's a whole different feeling than saying, hey, I built that and I'm a project engineer, or I'm in business development, or whatever you're in. It's different. And I can see it on their expressions and their faces. And I'm hoping that we can get more of those folks in front of the people making the decision on which route they want to go. Do they want to go into oil and gas? Do they want to go into tech? Or do they want to go into construction?
You make such a cool point, and it's not a framing that I've thought about candidly in the past, because you're very much right. Like the typical linear path is project engineer. I want to be a project manager someday. I want to be a project executive. That's the one that we're told. I'll tell you what, though, some of the most entertaining and interesting conversations, whether they've been on Digital Builder or sitting at a bar or on an airplane on the way back from Dubai or something, was with some of those old salt superintendents because they have so much interesting experience and some crazy stories. Let's be real. There's a lot of interesting stuff that, crosses their day every day. And it is another path that is alongside of that. And it's a very different one from that traditional, I would like to be a project executive today. And one of those roles isn't a better role. It's what's the role that makes you feel fulfilled.